What's up, y'all? It is Matt with the mullet. I am sitting in the car rider line waiting to pick up the kids from school, and it has dawned on me that I got some stuff to say. So yesterday I taught an entire day at an FFA program at a high school, and I will tell you that these high school kids, most adults, all of our young kids, none of them know anything about pollinators or bees. That's something that, we need to take the time and show people about beekeeping, educate the public about bees. Now, granted, I've only been beekeeping in like 2 days. It'll be 2 years, but I feel like I have learned a lot. Completed the Hives for Heroes. I'm part of Heroes to Hives, or however the words are for that. Completed the first level of the UF Master Beekeeping program. I'm almost done with the second level of that. Like, there's education opportunities out there. So take the time, educate yourself, read some books. There are some powerful books on beekeeping. The Tom Seeley books. I'm actually reading Honeybee Democracy right now. I've read and I'm implementing Mel Disselkohn's OTS strategies. Even Beekeepers for Dummies, man. Take the time and read books. There's some Facebook groups out there, but some of them are going to spread some bad information. In the time I've been beekeeping, my favorite chart is the Randy Oliver Pit of Despair, Height of Knowledge. Like that. The Dunning-Kruger effect, I think it is. Beekeeping is not hard. Beekeeping is not easy, but beekeeping is not hard. You got to find a balance between the art and the science. The science part I kind of get because you can read it in books and learn it. It's the art part and applying the science. The applied science, I think, would be the hard part. So this year, I make YouTube videos. I try to make one every week. This year, I'm going full OTS method. I really think it's a solid system. It's a method of controlling your swarms, making honey, making increase. Yes, you're going to sacrifice some honey to make the increase, more than likely. And if my eyes seem shifty, I'm not sure where to look on my phone. It's just, it is what it is. That, and I kind of worry about getting judged for making YouTube videos as a 45-year-old man about something I've only been doing this is my third spring. So there's some room for me to be shifty with my eyes a little bit, and it's okay. For those of y'all that don't know me, I am retired from the Army. I did 24 years in the Army, and active duty, retired, did the whole thing. The last part of it was in recruiting. That's where I got comfortable talking to people, talking on camera. Doesn't bother me. That's how I was able to teach that whole class yesterday about the buzz on bees from the University of Florida. I showed the kids, the different casts of bees, the workers, the queens, the drones, that kind of stuff. Showed them what a beehive looks like. Let them try on a smoker jacket or a bee jacket, play with a smoker, just stuff like that. It was fun. But I really feel like my value here can be showing people how to operate with a plan. I think as beekeepers, I know for me, coming out of my first winter, I didn't have a plan. All I knew was get them bees to winter, get them strong, let them have plenty of food, and then. So now we got an and then. That's what made me seek out a plan. I'm going with the OTS strategy. First thing we're going to do in the next week or two is control swarms. I am going to artificially swarm all my colonies. Next thing I'm going to do, we're going to let the colonies requeen themselves. I'm going to have some splits to either make increase or sell off as nukes. We will make as much honey as we can make. The solstice, this is where the controversy comes in the OTS. We will be requeening all the hives again with post-solsticely mated, is solsticely a word? Post-solstice mated queens. There's some reasons to believe that is a solid plan. Number one being the brood break. Number two being you having a good queen, a good young queen to come through winter. And I'm going to try to bring double the amount of colonies through winter that I want to have in the spring, because you're going to have bees die. I'm going to have bees dies. If anything, this year is teaching people, hey, you may have a lot of bees die. I would rather have a bunch of smaller hives, come through winter and build them up in the spring again than have 3 big hives that all die. It's kind of hedging your bets there. Having more hives to hopefully get the right number through winter. I don't want to have more than 10 production hives. I'm not ever going to be a commercial beekeeper. I don't consider 10 hives, 10 colonies to be a sideliner beekeeper. But, hey, whatever you want to call it. I can't be a backyard beekeeper because I live in a neighborhood and I can't keep bees in my backyard. So I keep them on my deer lease or in fields of local cow farmers. I got room to be a commercial beekeeper. Not interested. That sounds too much like work. I like my freedom. I like hunting. I like fishing. I own my own business, 2 of them. Like, I got stuff to do. Beekeeping is a hobby and I love it. I love working with the bees. Keeps me calm. The buzz of those little bugs really does something for my mental health. And honestly, since I've read that Mel's book, the OTS book, it is available on mdasplitter.com. I'll put a link in the description below. So I don't get anything off of it. The book is expensive, man. I looked last night. I think it's $100. But I think the last queen I bought last year was $40, and then you got to get it shipped. Or $30 and you got to get it shipped. Either way, that's 2 queens. If you can make 2 queens a year, that'll almost pay for the book. 3, your book is more than paid for. Or if you just get enough increase to stop from having to buy a nook, the book is paid for. If you are interested in having a plan to do your beekeeping, I would recommend getting the on-the-spot queen ring book. It's got some tips in it on overwintering. It's got an entire year's worth of management strategies in it, and it's a workable plan. I made this post in that OTS Facebook group, like in January. Being able to work out a plan for your year and then having a plan to execute is an amazing feeling. But yeah, that's my video, man. I just want to sit down, kind of introduce myself, tell you a little bit of myself, what I'm going to be doing with beekeeping. Make sure y'all know I don't got many years of beekeeping experience. If you look on the YouTube channel, you can go back to March 2nd, 2023. That's the first time I've ever been in a beehive. But I've applied myself, I've learned, read books. I've probably watched 9,000 hours of bee videos. Cameron Reynolds, Mike Berry, JC's Bees, Bruce Jenny, Nature's Image Farms. Man, I will watch all flavors of beekeeping. You're going to learn from somebody. Sometimes you learn what to do. Sometimes you learn what not to do. But every beekeeper is unique, and everybody's kind of got their own way of doing things. I like to try different kind of hives. I'm trying to standardize after this year, so I'm running a whole bunch of different ones to see what I like and what's going to work for me. I may end up going back to a wax dip wood hive body with Aphamea top. I really think insulation on top is important. So no matter what style of hive I run, it will have an insulated top, more than likely. We'll see how that goes as the year goes by. But I'm trying stuff out. You guys can follow the journey. Like, share, subscribe. Or don't. I don't care. I would prefer if you did. So you'd find out when I'm making more of this awesome content of me sitting in a parking lot of elementary school. I wish I could share the video from yesterday of me tricking these kids into thinking I had actual bees inside an empty hive body in their classroom. Freshmen are not real bright. But it's got pictures of other people's kids. I don't want to show other people's kids on here, so it's just going to be what it is. But anyways, like, share, subscribe. MDA Splitter, I'll put it in the comments. $100, worth it. Stay tuned. Let's learn about bees together. You can watch me succeed and you can watch me fail, but you can't watch me either way. All right, out. Roll Tide, grow mullet.